welcome back to Straight from the Camel's Mouth, the podcast brought to you by Time Out Dubai. My name is Tim Skinner, and I'm being joined today by
Darragh Murphy
and
Emma Pearson.
Lovely stuff. A new look, Time Out Dubai, huh?
We got fancy.
Oh, we have got
very
fancy.
Swanky look indeed.
Yeah, and
I love it.
As the editor's letter says, we got fat.
Yeah, swanky and fat. Yeah. Fancy and fat.
Yeah.
Sounds like me.
New look. New half century for us to embark on because Time Out turned 50, just gone, and we have got a special issue on shelves now for you, dear listener. This is basically, the 50 as I kind of hyped up in the intro there, and it is the hottest things going on in the city right now. So this is completely removed from any other awards process that we run or anything like that. This is just us saying, in the city right now, these are the hottest things going on. So, who wants to kick us off with something that they
I'll
like from
kick
this
off.
list? Okay, Emma, you go ahead. What's one of your favourite things?
Number
in the list?
17, casual eating and drinking.
Casual eating and drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't like getting very dressed up, right? I want to go out straight from work looking cash / a bit scruffy. So I want to go to like Bucketeer, Calicut, Paragon, where you get stuck in with your hands. I think I've spoken about this before.
You have.
But basically, I want it to be cheap as well, because I'm not made of money.
Of
So
course.
cheap, you can look like a scruff, and the food's mint. So number 17 is top of my list, I
And
think.
that's
How
more
bad.
conceptual. So kind of what we're talking about here isn't necessarily, we like this dish from this place or we like this band or whatever. It's like concepts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is. So casual eating and drinking is something that's very much on trend at the moment in Dubai,
This
right?
leads me on to one more.
Right.
I had my first spicy McChicken yesterday.
Did you?
Your
one.
first?
I always just go for the McChicken sandwich. Then I toyed with pescatarianism for a little bit, had a fillet of fish. Not the same.
Didn't work out
Fillet
quite
fish
as well.
and fries, please. No, it's not the same. So I had my first one yesterday. And I was like, it's just going to be like a McChicken sandwich with like a little bit spicy in, but it's totally different. It's got a bit of cheese in there.
It's a whole different
Yeah.
ball game. You've
Slice
been
of
missing
cheese,
out.
Mayonnaise, lettuce, and,
Oof.
and obviously the spicy burger, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it is. It's a cracker. I love it. I adore it.
I know you do.
I think it's so good.
I know you do.
The reason why Emma brings this up is because the spicy McChicken is in the 50, and as we've covered a little while back, it is the most popular dish that the McDonald's serves in the UAE.
Yeah.
So they flog 50,000 of these a week. 50,000 of these a week, and I'm pretty sure that I'm responsible for probably about half of those.
20,000.
I was gonna say,
And I'm the other 30.
I'll claim
Yeah.
seven. I would eat one of them a day.
I could easily do
Easily.
Yes. So good.
full disclosure, I have had one day where I ate 3 in a day.
I did on
Did
my
happen.
birthday. Not the same
strong.
one before. I was like, I'm going to treat myself. I went to McDonald's 3 times in one day.
In one day. Oh, so you didn't go like just one at once. You was like
No, it was
spaced
3.
out,
It was
breakfast,
3,
lunch, and dinner.
I went for breakfast. I went for lunch. Then on my way home that night, I was like,
You might as
was
well.
Was it the same McDonald's every time?
no, it was
Was it
different
the same person
ones.
serving you?
That would be shameful. No,
Oh, welcome back. Your dinner's ready.
in a disguise.
We've had it prepared.
We will touch more on some of our favourite things from the list throughout the episode, and I'm just going to take a quick break from that to mention the 50th birthday party that we are hosting
yes.
this week. It is this Tuesday, the 9th of October,
I'm excited for that.
and it is at Gotha.
Gotha! I love Gotha.
Yeah.
I was there, but before the summer, I was there like nearly every weekend. And there was
You
like,
were?
I was. Sometimes just, I wanted to go, even though there was like not too much going on. I would just get in line very early and I'd just be there like, I'm ready to party, people.
Party
just-
animal.
Party
Just a
animal.
Proper party person.
Proper. But then I went through the summer and I was just extremely tired. And I was like, why did I do that to myself?
Well, right, you also had sort of like newbies enthusiasm.
I did, yes. I had like the newbie energy of Dubai being like, I can do everything. And then I crashed like 3
Is
months
it a bit
in.
long in the
Yeah.
tooth for that now?
There are 2 different movie things that are happening in the top 50 or top hottest 50. And first one is Cinema Akil at number 11.
Oh, cool. Okay,
Yes.
so tell us about Cinema Akil.
So they've been around for a while. Except they've always like kind of jumped around the place throughout Dubai, just like showing indie, like some of the best indie films around. But
Yeah.
it's only recently that they set up shop in
House of Cow.
yes, they
Yeah.
did in warehouse 13. I'm thinking warehouse 13.
Okay.
And they're permanently there, and now they've also like in this month they've just unleashed like a whole new like flock of movies and stuff. So one of my favorite ones is going to be about
Is that the collective noun for movies? A flock.
a flock of
A
movies.
flock of movies.
It is
Something new
now.
every day.
That's my saying for it anyway.
Yeah.
There's a French one that's going to be about it's called Man and His Dog, and it's about
I was reading that.
yeah, it looks really interesting,
looks
but it's
really
not
good.
supposed to be as happy as it looks or as it sounds. It's supposed to be about a guy that owns like a dog shop, like a pet grooming shop, and then this roughhouse guy comes around, and he's like known for being a roughhouser around the neighborhood and stuff. And then he like comes around and he's like, I don't know, does something to one of the dogs. You have to go
dear.
see the movie to
No
see what
spoilers.
happens.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Here.
But then he's like, no, you can't do this to me. So he's gonna take revenge in a very, very dark manner. And I'm
wow.
presuming with his dogs, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, this sounds like it could go pretty dark.
Very dark.
Okay, well that's
This isn't the curious incident of the dog in the nighttime.
not quite.
No.
No, not quite the same.
No.
Um,
But
So-
I'm looking forward to
I
it.
am. I think it looks really good. Yeah,
Yeah?
a bit of vengeance.
I love that. I love a little good vengeance
it's
story.
basically like the Harry Brown of the canine world.
And I also love the expression roughhouse.
a term which I'd never
Yeah,
heard
roughhouse.
before. I've never heard.
Roughhousing. Yeah.
I have
Yeah?
heard that.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
it's just like, grr.
Sort of like a rapscallion.
Yeah.
Being a bit heavy-handed, yeah.
He's a bit heavy-handed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. One of my picks is Go Play the World, which I've talked about before. If I haven't, then I shall do now. Go Play the World is one of the city's only open mic nights. So every Sunday from 7 o'clock through until I think it's 1 or 2 in the morning, when Tribeca closes on a Sunday, any musician, anybody at all, can go down there and pitch up, sign up to play, and you get 3 songs on stage. Basically, it's an awesome platform for new musicians or people who are just getting back into it, or who have written some music and they want to give it an airing, or if they've been working on some covers or whatever it is, it gives them a platform to play for free in front of a busy bar, and it's just so much fun. It turns into like a lot of fun. Loads of musicians just getting up on stage. By the end of the night, don't be surprised if you're hearing people saying, "Hey Jude" or something. With sort of like 10 people piling on stage and all sort of like singing around a microphone sort of thing. Yeah. I think there's also some other sort of cool stuff that's not necessarily a thing. It's a bit more conceptual, like your idea of having casual dining and eating.
Yeah.
We've got one of the first ones in the list is veganism.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
is
I tried
huge.
it.
That is huge in Dubai.
It
at
is
the moment.
huge. It is definitely.
The amount of times I've heard like we're opening a new vegan deal, or we have like a new vegan like menu or ice cream or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, I need
It's
to
usually
get in on
really
this.
Good as well. They do a good job of it over here.
Yeah.
There's in most places as well. When you go out, they'll make it vegan. Like, 'cause if there's something on the menu,
Oh yeah.
they'll alter it.
Yeah.
So it is vegan. So I think. I was going to say I think it's easy to be a vegan, but it's not. I've tried.
It is not easy being a
That
vegan. is it?
McChicken! Spicy McChicken ruined everything. I went to the scene the other night and they have a new vegan menu there. But,
yeah?
Yeah, and it's really good. But it was ladies' night when I went. The ladies' night menu wasn't vegan, but they changed it. So it was. So
Oh,
they made like
nice.
a vegan curry and a beetroot
Yeah.
salad without cheese and stuff.
Oh,
And it was really
cool.
good. Yeah, and they do normally have a new vegan menu, which is pretty good.
Broadly across the city, veganism is becoming huge.
Yeah, there's a new brunch at Tribeca, vegan brunch.
Talking about Tribeca again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again,
Oh,
yeah.
plug and
Killing
Tribeca a day. Yeah, they have it. It sounded, what was it? A carrot tartare,
Carrot
right?
tartare.
Which is like carrot meat. I was
Carrot
like,
meat.
This is sort of like mushed up carrot, laced
So is,
with
is, is,
capers.
is that sort of like, in the way that you get a tuna tartare or a beef tartare or whatever, it's kind of like all compact together with like an egg.
I'd imagine.
And-
Yeah, I think. No, there's no egg.
Oh, it won't be an egg if it's vegan.
Yeah.
will it?
Capers, something else, chilies maybe. Then they've got like vegan burgers. I think there's a brownie. It sounded really good. I want to go.
All right.
And then they
Okay.
do like soft drink package, a drinks package.
When do they do this
Bubbly.
vegan brunch?
It's on a Friday.
It's on a Friday.
Every Friday. It runs alongside their other Friday brunch.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically vegan. Do they like divide the room? Like an old school
Vegans
disco?
Glare at
here.
each other.
Yeah. And then
You
like
can't sit with us.
all the
Eating
vegans
meat.
can sit there and just sort of watch all the
Judge.
meat eaters and just go, ugh. And then all the meat eaters can sort of sit and watch the vegans going,
Look at them plant munchers. Everyone's judging everyone, and sounds fun. I might go.
yeah. Just a disclaimer. We're fairly sure that Tribeca does not separate
Segregate.
the vegans and the meat eaters.
The jets and the sharks.
like some old school disco. The girls on one side and the boys on the other. So, yeah, if you pick up this week's issue of Time Out Dubai, we've got our brand new look. We've put on a bit of weight because it's 150 pages, this issue, which is significantly larger than our regular weekly. Mm-hmm. And it will still cost you just 12 dirhams. And that means go and buy one.
Why not?
Snap one up.
Because this issue is on shelves now, and we're also keeping it on shelves for a bit longer than usual. So you can still make sure you get this copy because it's a beautiful little book. Leave it on your coffee table, pick it up, skim through it. We've got all the usual stuff going on, but then a little bit more. And we actually have a letter from the Time Out founder as well, who talks about how the brand grew in the 60s and the 70s and through to the 80s, where they started looking to go international, and then they went to New York in the mid-90s. And I think that was the first international brand of Time Out outside the UK.
Wow.
And then Dubai followed 6 years later, 2001. Mm-hmm. And so Dubai was one of the early adopters of Time Out internationally as well.
Wow.
And here we are 17 years later still doing the same. So yeah, you can get the 50. You can read the letter from Tony Elliott. We've got a winter preview, all the stuff going on in Dubai up until the end of 2018. And we've also got this brilliant sort of fail feature, which talks about the moments where we've been sort of less than dignified, I suppose, is probably a good way of putting it. Yeah, little moments that haven't quite worked out for us over the last 17 years. And there are a couple of good ones in there, including some stuff that we did quite recently. So
we got it wrong.
we did get it wrong. I don't know. I started feeling offended when when this feature was put together, and it was like, oh, Tim, another thing that you've done is in this list.
Nice one, Tim.
Nice going.
Something added on it too. It's fine.
Something that I really liked was Dubai Opera and the amount of things
very cool
they have going on.
Yeah, very cool.
So I went to go see Julio Iglesias, and he's not my type of music. He's kind of old. I didn't really listen to him when I was young. But the amount of people that went...
That's disrespectful, young man.
It is disrespectful.
He's kind of old.
He's like 70. I mean, that's about
It was his, funnily enough, 50th anniversary
50th
tour.
anniversary.
So,
Oh.
See how this is all tying in together?
Look at that.
Yeah.
But people went crazy for him.
People were going crazy for it.
Absolutely crazy.
Was he kind of giving it some of the sort of Latino
Oh,
sort
yes.
of charm?
The flair.
Yeah.
That
That sounded a
was
bit more
Latino.
French.
Flair. I'll just try to get the curls in there.
Yeah.
To make it more
Let's
Latino.
just stop rolling our R's into
Anyway.
the listeners' ears.
But yeah, that's just one of the shows that was on anyway. There's like plenty
Yeah.
of other shows that Dubai Opera has going on.
Yeah. Which we've chatted about sort of recently rather about some of the acts that are coming up. We know that we've got like more Chiba and Feeder.
Yeah.
And we've got some big plays coming up as well. Ghost the Musical, Taj Express. We've got loads of other stuff going on as well. So, yeah.
I think it's going to be they're just kind of killing it these days with, you know.
Yeah, it's so nice in there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And then Sean Connolly's just upstairs for like an after theatre dine session.
Or pre. Preator.
I couldn't sit through a show knowing I was getting fed afterwards. I'd definitely have to go first, otherwise I'd just be sitting going, "Assistant, have we finished yet?"
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to leave early.
Got a table booked.
Yeah. I like... sorry, were you done with Dubai Opera?
I was done.
Okay,
I was
cool.
done.
Didn't
You
want to
can
cut you off
talk now.
I like the concept of a la carte brunches.
Oh, I love an a la carte brunch.
They are the better option, I think. I love buffets and stuff, but just to keep me in check, a la carte is the way to go. Otherwise, I just get too full.
Yeah.
Too full, have to go home.
Yeah.
And you know, I think as we mentioned in the magazine that it sort of started off, the buffet brunch was sort of ubiquitous, and people would travel from miles around to come to a famous Dubai buffet brunch. Nowadays, I think it's just becoming a little bit more sort of just chill.
I feel like
a
there's too
tad
much
more.
competition as well. Like some food now at brunches is really good, and if you can go somewhere where you do get good food and drinks for the same price as a buffet brunch, you're gonna go where the food's better, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, quite, yeah.
Yeah.
I think is also important in terms of sort of food wastage and stuff when you've got huge sort of mounds of food that just sits and goes stale and eventually gets thrown away. I think it's quite important that it's a bit more measured. It's tailored to your group and based on the number of bookings they have. They know how much food they need to prepare because they're serving it specifically to those people. Instead of, just going way over the odds to make sure they have enough mac and cheese in case everybody wants mac and cheese all day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's always going to be waste.
But also, I quite like the vibe. Like, it's quite chilled out. It's just a bit more like, okay, I'm going to sit and I'm going to enjoy chatting with my friends and having fun, as opposed to sort of spending ages like pounding
going
the
around
pavement.
different stations.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
like ships in the night. You
Well,
speak
quite.
2 words to your mate.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah. And you do notice that, like, it's been about an hour and a half since I spoke to Jake. Like,
He sits across from me.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I recently went to the Waka night brunch. That's very cool. Sort of, Japanese Peruvian. I realised that I just put the 2 words together and it just did not come out well at all. Japanese Peruvian food, which has got some empanadas and maki on the same table at the same time. But it's got a proper good party vibe. Like, it gets really lively, and if you've got a good group of you, they start bringing around like bongos and stuff like that, so you can sort of like, play along with it.
That sounds good.
A bit of Latin music, yeah. That's really good fun, and just generally the concept of night brunches, I think it's quite fun.
Yeah, I prefer it.
Yeah, and that also made me muse just about the fact that we use the term brunch as
night
basically an
brunch.
extravagant dinner. Yeah. So
imagine?
what was actually breakfast and lunch at the same time has turned into just anything, just unlimited food and drink for 3 hours.
It's a whole different concept in Dubai when you say brunch. I've come to learn that.
Yeah, it's no longer smashed avocado and poached eggs on a muffin.
It
It's
translates to binge, doesn't it? I'm going for a binge. Want to come for Friday binge? How about a night binge?
yeah. So Emma, have you got anything else that you wanted to highlight at all?
Yes, I love Bar.
Bar.
This was one of the ones that I champion on this list, right?
Right. So this is number 35 on the list.
This is number 35.
Yeah.
It used to be the music room. I never went when it was a music room.
Oh, the music room was a really good live music venue.
Yeah.
Really, really good live music venue. Yeah.
Well, I feel like Bar, it's just like, it's chill, but it's also really like good food, good drinks. They have a mint happy hour.
Right.
I think it's a Thursday. It goes on for like 8 hours or something.
Wow. And what's the deal? What's the happy hour deal?
It's 10 dirham drinks.
Is it?
Yeah, 10 dirham drinks on a Thursday. I'm
That's
not sure at the
unreal.
time.
10 germ drinks.
Yeah.
That struggled to say that.
Yeah, you did a little bit, didn't
I'm
you?
so shocked.
But inside it's so cool. It's all like industrial. There's loads of like street art. The food's really good. It's like Indian.
Yeah, it
Indian
is, yes, yeah.
gastropub. So like when I went, we had chicken tikka and onion bhajis samosas.
Right.
It was really good. It's like just good if you want to share.
Yeah.
And go and get loads of little bits in.
Nice. Sounds very
Also,
cool. They do some live music as well, don't they?
They do have live music and they have a DJ later on as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's
So
happened
they're
a few
kind of like
different
paying
times.
sort of homage to the venue that once
Yeah,
stood there
it's
by
really
still
good.
having a
And
stage
it's
and having the
massive
music.
as well. Every time I've been, it's been heaving.
Right.
And I've even been turned away because the person I was with was wearing shorts. So like,
Oh.
although it's supposed to be quite like low key,
Do you know what it's
it's
like?
a bit swank. Like that annoyed me.
It's like
Obviously, I couldn't go
when
in.
you rock around with someone who's always wearing a hat in a Darragh.
Yeah, what do you have a problem with that?
No, not at all. Not at
Didn't
all.
think so.
We'll allow our YouTube viewers to determine that and encourage our podcast listeners to have a look at the state of Darragh's hat.
You should, yeah.
Yeah, on youtube.com/Time Out Dubai. Anybody got anything else that they want to highlight, particularly from this list right now?
La Mer.
La Mer.
Yes, La Mer.
Ah.
There-
I didn't know if you were just saying French for like, yes, that's me.
La mer, oui.
The sea.
Oui.
I like the sea.
Tell us about La Mer.
Oh, La Mer is... I didn't
Oh,
realize...
Emma's gone.
Mer.
The new fragrance by Darragh Murphy.
It's going to be a thing now. I'm going to make that.
So, Darragh, tell us about La Mer, which is not your fragrance, but the destination from Miras.
I didn't realize how massive Lemaire was until I actually went.
It's huge.
It is huge.
When
It
you
is-
walk from one end to the other, it takes
I was gonna
ages.
say,
Yes.
unless you've walked from Masty to Stars and Bars.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
not walked Lemaire. You have not done Lemaire if you've not done that.
You don't know, man. You weren't there.
You don't know, man. It's actually 13.4 million square feet.
I thought you were about to say kilometers long for a second there.
I think that's wrong, Darragh.
So it's 13.4 million square foot
Yeah, and
of just prime beachside loveliness.
loveliness, absolute
so
pristine
lovely.
loveliness, and also just the amount of like different bars, restaurants, and different places you can just like simply get an ice cream or something. It's just
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful,
And it's
beautifully well
heaving.
done.
Yeah, we were there the other night, Friday night, and it was so busy.
So
Really?
busy,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely
Just
packed.
families just strolling
Yeah.
around and just like having fun in the sand and just like, oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Really
man.
nice.
Loved it.
Yeah. Did you get one of those light up balloons?
I knew you were going to say that. They're not
Why?
cheap, them, you know. I don't know. I think it's ever since you did that Global Village video. I've
Oh.
never seen you look so happy. So you had your face painted, a balloon in hand.
For the context of the listener, about 6 months ago, one of the episodes of Time Out to Buy Vlogs was at Global Village. The sort of, I don't even know how you describe it, part market, part theme park, part entertainment destination.
And Tim was in
And
his
I-
element.
And I had my face painted like Spider-Man.
Oh, you could, yeah, of course.
And I
Spider-Man.
had a Spider-Man balloon.
Yeah.
And I won a little ducky as well. Yeah.
Tim. Jeff took Tim for a day out.
Yeah, it was a lovely day out. It was the best day ever. And that's on our YouTube channel. Just thought I'd get that plug in there.
You love Spider-Man though, don't you?
I do love Spider-Man.
He dressed up as Spider-Man as well at Comic Con.
Yeah. We could go through Tim's Spider-Man moments.
Spider-Man
but
moments.
should we get back to the matter at hand?
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. So you didn't buy one of those flashy light balloons?
No, I didn't, but I tell you what, there was
Which
loads of
looks
kids.
like a galaxy in a balloon. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
They are impressive.
I love it.
There was loads of kids bombing around on like little electric motorbikes that were like flashing and stuff.
Oh, wow. That sounds fun.
I wanted to
It
get
looked-
on
I
one.
know, it
yeah.
looked good, didn't it?
Yeah.
If I was a
Get
kid, I'd
off.
love that.
I know.
Get
If they
off.
had a Spider-Man themed one.
Simply bright colours just won't do.
So what's your favourite place at Lemaire that you'd recommend listeners go and check out? If they've yet to been to Lemaire, what would you recommend that they?
Well, I'd recommend starting at the easiest place to go, which is the top end of Lemaire, which is where you can get off, is Stars and Bars. I love Stars and Bars.
Yeah.
It's a very cool bar.
Very cool bar, 2 floors, and there's like an arcade machine there. But the biggest gimmick, or not gimmick, but like best thing about it anyway, is you can pull your own drinks.
Yeah,
How bad is that?
you can.
You can
yeah,
test
they got-
out your bartending skills to see if you should have been one in the first place, or just never look at that.
and brilliantly, most people can't do it.
No, they
Yeah.
can't.
To be fair, I struggled just turning it on, and then someone was like, "No, you've just got to press that button." And I was like, "Oh, yeah."
That's the hardest bit,
Yeah,
to be fair.
That's- yeah. And then there's also Laguna Water Park, which we talked about before, which is sort of the 99 dirhams for residents. If you book online, then you've got the whole day at
Yeah.
Laguna Water Park. I think it's like 4 or 5 big slides, sort of big flume rides, lazy river, and the surf machine as well. They've got 180 degree sort of. It's called the Flow Rider. Wave Oz 180, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's where you can learn to surf, bodyboard, all that sort of stuff. Again, something that we've tried for a video and it did not go particularly well.
not at all. A lot of falls.
And with that, you have multiple re-entry as well. So you can leave, go up to somewhere in the Mare, grab a bite to eat, chill out, let your food digest properly, then go back to the water
Very
park.
important.
Yes. And they've got an infinity pool there with a swim up bar as well, so you can just
Oh, that's
you
nice.
can
Chill
just
out.
hang out.
That is
Yeah.
nice.
It's very
like the
cool.
sound of that.
Very, very cool.
Get the chance, go to Lemaire.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Emma, you look like you have that expression that suggests you want to talk about like a gym in hang on, I'm sensing you want to talk about it in the Dubai Marina.
Yes.
Oh, see?
You're right.
It's really easy to spot that look on someone.
How did he know?
How did you know?
Bizarre, isn't it?
The platform, the classes are insane. So you can do this one on Friday morning. They do it other times as well. And it's like 45 minutes of, I think it's called rhythm cycle, basically
Right.
spinning. And
Yeah.
then you go and do
I love a
45
bit of
minutes
spinning.
hit afterwards. I was terrified, right? I signed up for it. I couldn't even sleep the night before. I was like,
Of hit high intensity
nerves.
interval training. This
yeah.
is yeah.
And do you know what? The instructors are just amazing.
Right.
So the spinning one, 2 American guys.
Yeah.
He's like rapping at the front, and you're like, yeah. And they're putting all
He's
this like
rapping?
hip hop music. He's basically rapping. He's like saying, "Come on!" And then he'll like rap along a bit the music. It's insane. It's absolutely mint. I was like, yeah, proper going for it. And then from that, you're like, oh, I can't take it anymore. But you go down, do the hit one, and this
So
guy,
that's high intensity interval training. That's not on the bikes.
no, this is what
So
you do.
you then jump
afterwards.
off and then you do some proper
toddle down the stairs with your legs practically buckling and go in and do the high intensity interval training. And it's a bloke called Rick that does it,
right.
and it's absolutely insane.
So
intense.
what sort of exercises are involved?
So there's ones where one's on a treadmill, one's on like climbing on a box, jumping back down, doing a burpee, jumping back up.
Oh wow.
Squats, weights, everything. It's proper
Yeah,
intense.
that's going to be tough.
But then at the end, when you're absolutely goosed after all the sweat, everyone's like, yeah. And then it's like, right, let's meditate. And you're all
I
lie
love
on the
that.
floor, yeah, and like meditate.
It's like that moment at the end of a yoga class.
Yeah, I was
Like,
euphoric, honestly.
which is always quite sort of
Shavasana.
Yes, quite.
I know what you
Namaste.
mean.
And it's always quite sort of serene and peaceful at the end of it, and you kind of just relax into this sort of state where, like, I almost fell asleep on the lawn of JLT when I did an outdoor class. I love that moment.
Yeah,
like
it's
where
just
you properly
brilliant.
stretch out and then you just chill.
Yeah, and you just and you actually feel like you've achieved something because that's an hour and a half exercise. I mean,
An
who
hour
does
and a
that?
half.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's full on.
It was so good. Like I say, these instructors are mint. And then it's not just that, they do like bar, Pilates. When I'd done yoga there before,
Right.
it's really good. And it's
Sounds
called
like it's got it
Rhythm
all.
Cycle. I've just remembered it's called Rhythm Cycle. The
Rhythm
mad
Cycle.
spinning one, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going on Friday. Should anyone like to join? But another thing, it's so busy. You have to book up fast to
Well,
get
yeah,
into the
right.
classes. Like it's so popular.
Yeah.
But it's I can see why it's brilliant.
I'm about to embark on my own challenge,
Oh yeah.
which we'll bring to you soon, dear listener, in an episode of Time Out to Buy Vlogs, where I am doing the 6-in-4 challenge over the course of a month.
What does it involve? So what will you be eating? What exercise?
The concept is lose 6 kilos in 4 weeks,
Oh,
which is quite a lot.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's the equivalent of like a stone for people who use stones and pounds, which is 14 pounds for people who use pounds and not stones.
14
not kilos.
pounds. How are you feeling about
yeah.
that?
A bit nervy. I'm starting it today.
Today.
I have my first class later on.
Have you eaten anything yet?
I'm sticking to a stripped back diet, which
Right.
is obviously just avoiding all the bad stuff and eating more of the good stuff. In
Sounds
short,
about right.
but yeah, staying away from refined sugars and copious amounts of fat and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing 5 classes a week, Sunday to Thursday, every single day at 6:00.
How long do they last?
45 minutes. Which
Just
is not.
intense.
It's not the hour and a half sort of session that you get at a platform.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first cycle of the 6-in-4 challenge, and the hook is that you pay 999 dirhams to do the challenge.
Yeah.
If you lose your 6 kilos, you get your money back.
Hoorah!
That
That
is
is
incentive.
motivation.
How about
that
that for an
is an
incentive?
incentive.
That is a big incentive. And yeah, so I'm embarking on that, and we will see in a month's time the transformation. So yeah,
luck, yeah.
Good
luck.
Day one
luck
starts
with that.
starts now, and then we'll crack on with that over the course of 4 weeks. I'm pretty sure I'm going to become a just delight to be around
Oh, lucky me. Sit next to him.
in a few weeks. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be stinking. I mean, you sit next to me, you're not going to bear the brunt of me just going, yeah, man, just shut up.
Hey, man, can you help us? No!
Whoa, that was loud. So yeah, I'm going to move on in the interest of time, since we've talked nicely about fitness and all that, to lapel, because quite rightly it is up there as pretty much one of the best things that you can do in Dubai.
Absolutely, 100%.
One of the number one shows in Dubai. That's it.
New season where they've sort of just evolved the story a bit from last year. So if you have seen it, if you saw it a year ago, it's time to go again because there's new stuff in the show. I think it's just one of those absolute spectacles where you spend the majority of the show sort of protecting your mouth with your
aghast.
hand.
It is. I love lapel.
It's unbelievable. What a spectacle.
I still need to see that.
Yeah, you should.
I
You
really do.
should.
I
Yeah.
mean, the amount of praise it's just gotten, and like, it's what I've been here like 9 months now, and I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's
about
a shame.
time.
You do need to change that.
I do.
It is.
So good.
It involves 2.5 million liters of water per show.
Oof.
How about that?
That is.
I mean, which I assume they recycle. Like
One would hope.
I assume they reuse it, and they don't just go and just
The
buy,
water wouldn't be
like-
that clear. It's murky.
Dredge in the water canal.
They don't just buy like 100,000 bottles of water from the supermarket. But like it makes it rain, it floods, it mists.
Yeah, and those people are so talented.
Yeah.
They're
It's
crazily in shape as well.
Yeah.
Like really, like the stuff. Like as a feat of just human. I don't even know what ability is probably the best way of putting it. Like it's just unreal. Moments where you think like, oh, the worst is about to happen. Like this is not going to end well. I'm sure of it.
That's
going to
be you, Tim, after your challenge. They'll be offering you a part in La Pearl. Headhunted.
If anybody from Le Pearl is listening, in 4 weeks I'll be ready. It's just excellent. So like ticket prices and showtimes do vary. So make sure you go to lapearl.com to check out tickets available for.
They
for
often have a lot of deals going on.
yeah,
though.
there is
They
often
really
a
do,
deal.
and they're really good deals.
It's also hosted in it's like a purpose-built arena. So it was the whole place was constructed just for Le Pearl.
Specifically.
Wow. Like bespokely. Which isn't even a word. But it was created bespokely just for Le Pearl. And it's just mesmerizing as a performance. It's from one of the most creative directors of Cirque du Soleil, so it's a big one. Anyway, right, moving on from the 50, that's some of the coolest things that we've picked out. There's loads more in there because we've only touched the surface. So make sure you go and grab a copy of Time Out to Buy, the Right Here, Right Now edition, I suppose, the 50th birthday edition, which is on shelves now. If you are of sort of Bavarian persuasion,
Aren't
bit
we
of a
all?
mouthful that is. Then it's October, so there's Oktoberfest going on
Yes!
across the city, and there are still Oktoberfests going because some bars only run them for a weekend. Some bars bizarrely do Oktoberfest stuff in September, not October. And I know that the
keep us on our
traditional
toes.
Oktoberfest starts in mid-September and runs until mid-October, I believe. But there is stuff that's still going on and will be going on for the rest of the month. So the big one is the Grand Hyatt Dubai Oktoberfest.
Yes, I'm definitely going to go with this.
Yeah, that is a big one. They have got like live music from like German bands.
Yeah, the flies one in from Munich.
music, isn't it?
Is that-
Oompa. Yeah. Oompa.
Yeah, I believe so. There is a chance that you are just thinking about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
There is a chance, but I think it is called Oompa. Oompa music.
I think it is. And so they've got a band in from Germany to provide entertainment, and it's basically just a big knees up. It's a huge party, big benches, steins.
Love a
all that
German
sort of
sausage.
love a good
Of
Love a
course,
German
yeah,
sausage.
bit of bratwurst,
Yeah.
and all of that sort of stuff.
Sauerkraut, all that.
It's
yeah.
that is on through until Saturday, October the 27th. They do a Saturday brunch, every Saturday, which is $349 for hops and grapes involved in your sort of barbecue-y feast, German feast. And then it also runs. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as well. So they take a couple of days off each week. But then the rest of the night you can just go up there sort of a la carte style. But enjoy the October
atmosphere and all that.
festivness,
The vibes.
festivities. Elsewhere there is Brothaus Bakery Bistro. They're doing stuff through until the end of the month. That is just like a whole bunch of different sort of Germanic bites and brews on the menu. If you're sort of something of a Germaniac,
I'm impressed by all these synonyms for German that you're coming up with.
Germaniac.
Deutsch.
But yeah, that's at Steigenberger Hotel Business Bay, and they've just got sort of a whole bunch of different specials on. So food and drinks sort of start at 35, different platters, different wursts. For 85. Nick, you've got to get the pronunciation correct, otherwise it's not worth doing. It is a wurst. And then also up at Emirates Golf Club, they've got another Bavarian bash as well. So there's plenty going on there as well. That is running up until the end of this weekend. So if you want to go to Emirates Golf Club and enjoy a bit of the sort of atmosphere, then you've got until the end of Saturday. Basically, they do a couple of different brunch packages, I suppose, including like an a la carte style,
Right.
Different food and drink options available as well.
Beautiful. I mean, there's a lot of places that you can actually go to if you want to celebrate Oktoberfest throughout the whole month.
Well, quite.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I mean, any more on that note? Do you guys have anything else you want to add? I'm going to take that as a no.
No.
In which case, then, let's wrap that up there. Thank you very much indeed for listening to Straight from the Camel's Mouth, the Time Out Dubai podcast. We're here every single Sunday, 5:00. Subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts, and you'll get a notification saying that the new episode is available and you can listen to it. You can also watch us with your eyeballs on YouTube, youtube.com/Time Out Dubai. So yeah, that's it for the Right Here Right Now list episode of Time Out Dubai's podcast. Yeah. Any more? All done?
No.
All done?
Good.
We're all done.
Lovely. Cool. In which case then, my name is Tim Skinner. Your name is...
Emma Pearson.
Thanks very much for joining us, Emma Pearson.
You what?
I said thanks very much for joining us, Emma Pearson.
I feel like he's being sarcastic.
Very much so.
No,
for some reason. I
not
don't
at
know.
all. And your name is...
Darragh Murphy.
Thanks very much for joining us, Darragh Murphy.
You are welcome, Tim
Thank
Skinner.
you. See, that's what I was after.
The death stare. What? What?
And
And
You're welcome, Tim.
we'll see you next week. Bye.
so long.
Bye.